Hey guys, Dennis here, Muddy Water Search and Recovery, and I'm going to do the case update on Celina Mays. Celina was 12 years old when she went missing from Willingboro, New Jersey. She's been missing since December 15th of 1996, and she became pregnant at the age of 11, 9 months before her disappearance. She went missing in the middle of the night 2 weeks before her scheduled C-section. Detectives have investigated over 254 leads and are continuing to search for answers. Early efforts to obtain a search warrant were blocked and denied by a judge. The family, including Celina, were involved completely with the church organization. Her aunt was actually the pastor of the church. Her aunt has since passed away, as have many people that Celina was close to. Investigators believe that there is a possible connection between the disappearance and the church organization. Investigators says, and quote, "We are hoping she is alive and that we can find her," unquote. Police say it's possible that she can now be living under a different name and completely unaware that the police are even looking for her. They say the church had affiliations in other states. It's long been held leadership at the now closed down church encouraged other members to avoid cooperating with law enforcement. The Burlington County Times reported that on the night before Celina vanished, she went to church with her family, she had ice cream with her family, and she went to bed around 11 p.m. The next morning, Celina's 4-year-old stepsister went in to wake her up. Celina was not there. In her place was pillows and sheets stuffed underneath the blanket, giving the appearance that Celina was still sleeping. All of her belongings were left behind. The name of the church Celina and her family attended, where her aunt was the pastor, is the Gospel of Christ Ministry in Mount Holly. The church is closed down and many members have since passed away. Her father reported that Celina wouldn't tell him who the father to the baby is. All of our reports that we have seen stated that. However, I did see reports to where he said that early on in the case, she got really upset when she learned that a blood test could determine the father of the child. She would get very upset anytime it was mentioned. But he did say that Celina mentioned the father was a 16-year-old and not a member of the church. Celina's father passed away in 2019. There have been many reported sightings of Celina, and when law enforcement investigated, they found that it was not Celina that had been sighted. And the investigator working the case now, he took the case not long ago. It got handed to him, and he made the comment when asked about it. He said that he thinks about this case every single day, and he wants to solve this case. He wants to find Celina and hopefully bring her home, her and her baby home safe. Now, her doctor said that she was actually kind of excited about being a mom. And obviously, 11, 12 years old, they don't really know what's going on. I think there should have been a lot more investigating when it comes to this 11-year-old kid getting pregnant, but I don't have any records, so I cannot say what was done with that or what wasn't. But we're talking a baby having a baby here and then disappearing on top of that. In an earlier report, I saw that There was a custody battle between her mom and dad when they divorced. The court ended up giving her dad custody of her later on, and I don't have the date of when her mom passed away, but at her funeral, she begged a cousin on her mom's side to please let her go live with them. The attorney advised against taking her, said to settle it in court, do it legal, do it right, and unfortunately, she went missing before anything like that could take place. There's many scenarios here of what could have played out, and we're asking you guys, number one, send your thoughts and prayers to the family, and number two, help us try to narrow down locations where she may be, possible theories, possible motives. If you have any information, feel free to email that over to us. Our email is down in the video description. And also, if you have information, please contact the Willingboro Police Department, 609-877-3001. And obviously, if you have any information, you do not want to keep that away from law enforcement. Earlier reports show that roughly a year had went by that Celina had been missing when scandal rocked the church. Her 23-year-old cousin would be arrested for sexually assaulting two girls, ages 13 and 16. And, a lot of the family members lived together. It's my understanding it was basically like two separate apartments that was remodeled into one big living quarters. And there were multiple people who lived there. There was around 15 people who lived there, including her father, stepmom, aunt, stepbrother, cousin, and several other relatives. And law enforcement did interview everyone in the family. The 18-year-old stepbrother took almost a month before getting in to make a statement. After the interviews were complete, law enforcement said that they could not rule out anybody from the residents. And the police didn't put anything out on the case for approximately 1 month after she was not seen or heard from. Her mom's side of the family wasn't told for 2 weeks after she went missing. And then if that wasn't a shock enough, that is the same time her mom's side of the family found out that Celina was pregnant. So that family has really been through it. The mom's side, that shock alone. So we're asking you, please help us try to narrow this down. We're going to be doing everything we can on our end to do just that. Again, email us any information that you have or come up with. That is down in the video descriptions. With that, until next time, you guys stay safe. Let's bring Celina home.